Oh dear. Hello and welcome to AllShorts. Well, the Dems caved, didn't they? They caved for empty promises. Oh dear. Here you see the corrupted, neoliberal idea of governments, swarming with lobbyists and drowning in corporate money. Or Elon Musk's. Well, it's just serving shareholders, as it is. Profit instead of the people of the planet. They're like affecting cancer, they are, yeah. And they deserve to be in the bin fire of history. But no, they're still there. But I have to agree that there's more and more people are seeing the wood from the trees. They're seeing what these people really stand for. Clearly in for the people. No. Too much money. APAC money. Corrupting. Influences people like me. Although I haven't been corrupted by them yet because I'm too small fry. But yes, corrupting influences, so they end up shutting up about certain situations. The Holocaust, for instance. Now, AOC, Andrea Cortez, she didn't, no. In fact, she came clean. She said, and it's documented, that they approached her. They approached AOC. Alexander something Cortez. She said no, she turned it down. It's quite a lot of money as well. But you see, they all want something, don't they? Elon Musk with his money, I know he's trillion payback. They all want their cut. They all want a return on their money. They ain't doing it for nothing. No. They're all racist fucking bastards anyway, let's be honest. Huh? It has to be said. Mr. You know, I better not do this again. I'm going to get another strike. Oh, well, crikey. The channel's already been hit by YouTube massively. Getting tiny views. Tiny views. They really don't like me. And they're censoring my videos. Did another one this week. For no real reason other than me calling Elon Musk a Nazi. But he is. It's plain and simple. There he was, supporting a variety of Nazi parties, also the AFG, Alternative for AFD, Alternative for Deutschland, and there he was with Tommy Robinson in London on the big screen. And what was the crowd doing? They were doing the old Nazi salute to him, Tommy Robinson's team. So yes, he's a Nazi. And yes, I'm going to carry on speaking my mind, and if this channel gets shut down as a result, well, then it does. I'm not going to stop telling the truth. I'm not going to stop saying it as it is. Because what's the point? If I toe the line, what is the point? If I do what they want me to do, what is the point? It's pointless anyway. There's no value in it. No value in speaking the truth. Now, I'm not talking about freedom of speech. No. You see, you have to ask yourself, what is it you actually want to say? Do you want to say the truth? Do you want to say propaganda? Do you want to say lies? Do you want to be vicious to other people by lying about other people? Do you want to be a racist bastard to other people? Why do you want to do that? Call it freedom of speech. I would like to say the freedom is to speak the truth. We don't need propaganda. We don't need lies. We don't need mainstream or all alternative, so-called alternative media that are lying, or they are basically paid to shut up. Even channels that I follow or did, being paid by large lobbying groups. Obviously, APAC being one of them. Heritage Foundation being another. And a whole load of fucking Russians linked to Vladimir Putin. That has to be said. So what are we supposed to do? If we can't speak the truth. It's one thing lying, but speaking the truth should always be allowed. Also speaking your mind, how you see things. As long as you're being honest about it, and not just vindictive and nasty for the sake of being nasty. It is suppression. And there's Trump with his fascist. Trump, America. Trying to say put pressure on the UK about freedom of speech. Sending his little attack hound, J.D. Vance, and his fat little face with eyeliner smudged to... Anyway, whatever's going on there. It just makes me wonder what our people... Do people believe this? Well, obviously, they do believe this shit, unfortunately. I talk about shit, you know. Have you heard, though, that there's a new movie out? It's going to be out. But it's not out yet. No. It's called Constipation. Hasn't come out yet. No. And as far as RFK is concerned, I don't believe that circumcision causes autism at all. No. Bloody hell no. But there is mass evidence now that, that links micro penises with fascism. It's really adding up, the evidence. It really is, you know. That along with eating roadkill. Hello, Stop the Greed, I hope you're well. And Jerry Fowells, a pool boy, hello there. Okay, get me a soda. Gullible soda, muted. Oh, gullible soda. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, look, he's got his, his flag. He's such a patriot, he's got his flag upside down. Oh, actually, no, that's what somebody else said, was it? Oh, crikey, your flag's upside down. I think Trump is better than... Oh, my giddy out. Now I see what you're on about. But I should have read that whole lot. I'll tell you what, let me get my chat up in the window so I can actually see it instead of this micro-penis words down there. They're tiny. It's tiny. Must be linked to fascism. There you go, bring that up there. And then I'll be able to see what is going on. Right, there we are. Ah, nice one. That's better. I can see now. I understand now what you were saying there, Mr. Jerry Fowell's pool boy. I thought you'd been asking me. Anyway, who we got here? We've got Andrew Evans, hello there, and Doc Davies, Vertigo, hello, Vertigo. Colin Swigum, howdy. Howdy, stranger. And Monica Jew, no, hi, Marcus, from Canada, elbows up. Tricky Snatch just got the notification, still here for support, brother. Cheers, buddy. Sending love and strength from Quebec, Canada, elbows up. Hola, says Vertigo. Oh, there. Hey, Hog. What's your advice for me? I want to marry this girl. I've been dating for 9 months. Well, it's about time you propose then, isn't it? You want to see the father first, try and get permission. Doesn't scrabble that like. Just take it in the correct green. That'll do. Oh. But be careful. You must be careful. Okay. Quite frankly, you see. They do name hurricanes, don't they? After women. You know, like Melissa. There's naming hurricanes after women. We know why, don't you? Because when they come, they're all wet and wild, and when they go, they take your house and fucking car with them. Yeah, that's a misogynistic joke for you. Oh, Tricky Snacks. Hello, Tricky Snacks. Lisa again. Hello there, Rosé. What accent you're speaking? Norfolk, mate. Norfolk, mate. Norfolk from the UK, east of England, East Anglia. Hello, Winnie Keeper. I hope you're well. Yeah, big the like button. If you haven't got the like on the screen, just double click the screen. It does a like, you know. What do you think about Muslim impact on India's demographic and the whole world? Well, I think about it. What's the problem? What's the problem? I'm waiting. I don't see there's an issue. What's the issue with Zoran Mondani, who's now the mayor of, or will be, in New York? He just talks about helping people. Whereas Kushner, whatever his name is, he just talks about helping himself. And also likes to grab the pussy along with Donald Trump, you know. That's probably why he got his endorsement, isn't it, you know? These people. There is awful people in every race and creed and religion. We don't have to mark all Muslims with the same person. Oh yeah, but what about the Quran? What about the Quran? Oh, what are they saying in the Quran? What about the fucking Bible? There's some pretty evil shit in that Bible. There is. A lot of it needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. So Canada added tens of thousands of jobs. Yeah, I think they added about 66,000 jobs, whereas the United States, Jerry, the United States lost around 146, I think it was, thousand jobs. But that's not funny, because at the end of the day, these are people's livelihoods. And, you know, obviously, if you voted for Donald Trump, you voted to lose your jobs. That's not a problem for you, is it? But, you know, yeah, very, very true. I think the plan is starting to work. Mark Carney is building relationships with other countries, alternative markets to the United States. It makes a lot of sense. You know, Asian markets in China, what have you, increasing the markets. They're talking about, well, not talking about, they literally made a statement in China saying about recommending Canada as a tourist destination. And why the hell not? You see, the thing about Canada and China, they're two very different countries. The experience, you see, it makes a lot of sense for Asians to travel and go on holiday and tour, tourism in Canada. For a start, the surroundings are totally different. Your cities are different. You know, it's not the United States, and traditionally they would have gone there instead, wouldn't they? Oh, I want to go to America. Obviously the US, America. What do you think about? Oh, right now I don't go there. That's just silly. I know quite a few Muslims, and also there's quite a few Muslims in my subscribe to the channel, and I don't see the issue. There is some nasty people out, and there's going to be nasty Muslims, there's going to be nasty Jews, there's going to be nasty Christians, there's going to be nasty anybody. You know, people will be people, won't they, after all? You know, let's judge people on who they are, not what they are. Stereotypes. We don't need stereotypes. Unless you're MAGA. You're all seem bloody stupid, so you're all the same. I'm still trying to work out how I can send this lovely cat. Oh, I swear, some sugar maple. Yeah, please. Sugar maple seeds. Maybe I can disguise it as a birthday card. I'm in France, aren't I? So, yeah, good point. Handmade by a kid. You could do that. But if you just had a few seeds in an envelope, that'd probably be fine. It probably wouldn't get noticed. Might be worth it. Might be worth a chance. That'd be pretty cool, though, wouldn't it? You know, I'd have to what do you call it? Stratify them first. You have to with sugar maple seeds. Apparently, you've got to put them in the freezer, a fridge, at a cold temperature for about a month or so. It basically tells the seeds. It programs them say, yes, you've had a winter. Come. Hello, Gina Lefty. Hope you're well. Yes, the stuff that's happening in America is awful. I follow it closely, and it's more than just awful. It literally is. It's a coup on the people with fascism. I know I'm throwing that word about quite a lot, but you know, if it walks like duck, talks like duck, it's fascism. It really is. Cheers, Tricky's next. Can Ukraine and European Union forgive us? I am sorry from Russia. Most Russians who love to travel to European Union are sick and missed the EU. We know it's not all Russians, and we know that Russia, the Russian government is just, state-owned media, right? It's propaganda and just lying to people, and some people get taken in by it. You know, just like we got the Brexit, just like you got the Trump, just like, crikey. We need to encourage people to be more free-thinking, to be free-thinking, to think outside the box, and not necessarily listen to absolutely everything they're told by those who are, they have something to gain, okay? They either have your vote to gain and they can make laws on your behalf and obviously to their benefit. Hey, cheers, George. Thanks, buddy. Just joined the stream, so why did the Dems cave? Well, the Dems bloody caved because, was it 7 or 8 of them decided that they're going to vote in line with the Republicans just to unfreeze the government. And it's just so weak. It's so weak. And they've voted in line with the government on the basis of on promises that Mike Johnson has already said he ain't going to bring it to the House regarding Medicaid and whatever you get in healthcare. He ain't going to bring it to the House. So it's useless. So them voting that way is absolutely useless. It's done nothing. Okay, you've got stat payments that are going to be funded in 2026, end 2026. And they're going to be back at this point again at the beginning of January. So at the end of January, and because this agreement ends on the 30th if they can't come up with a solution, if they can't agree on anything. But at least the stat payments, that obviously is good. But people's healthcare, they reckon that 50-odd thousand, I think that was who was saying that. No, that was actually official figures, I think they were, around 50,000 people, not official from the government, because obviously they wouldn't say, well, they don't give you figures anymore. 50,000 Americans are going to die as a result of this. People not getting healthcare. I don't know over what period that is. Or whatever period it is, it's not great. There's, how many people, so 40, 50 million on that get some form of SNAP payment. It's not just people who are unemployed. It's people who are just not getting paid enough, which then you have to ask yourself the question. If they are not getting paid enough, why? So they're not getting paid enough, so then their wages have to be supplemented in the form of food stamps by the government. We have the same problem in the UK, by the way, by the government. So effectively, if you think of it in the way that you are letting their employers off the hook, so they don't have to pay an actual, real living wage, not some random number out there. People should be able. I'll tell you how I see it, right? If you are a family, if it's 2 adults, 1 child, 2 children, whatever it might be, one person in that family working full time should be able to support the family. It should be possible to even buy a house on the basis of that. And why do I say that? Because it used to be. It used to be how it was. Yeah, there's more shit we can buy and there's more services. We seem to want more stuff these days. I get all that. But in the current scheme of things, it's not even that, is it? There's people out there who ain't got enough just to live, let alone pay the bills. They've got enough to feed themselves. I'm seeing people with 2 kids, right? And 2 kids, 2 adults, and their shopping bill for food is around between $1,200 and $1,500 a month. That's a feckin' lot of money. And they weren't even, look at what they're buying, it wasn't anything, I should put it up there actually, shouldn't I? It wasn't anything special. There was no meat, it was just a bit of ground beef, it wasn't even ground beef actually, it was ground turkey. It was just, there's nothing really, extravagant there. So, yeah, think chronicity. Chronicity. Is that a form of cronyism? It's terrible. It is terrible, you know. Did I just say it's number 2 here? Did someone mention number 2? Can't see him now. No, he's not there. All the movies are made in Canada. And when I visited Canada first time in 1975, my cousin there was going to study movie making. He said that it was going to be big in Canada, and he was right, it was. And it still is, but it's now they want to tax it. Now they will put a tariff on the movies. How's that going to work? Fucking ridiculous. Oh, God, have you heard the latest? Oh, my Gideon. Do you like Italian pasta? Do you like your tagliatelle? Do you like your spaghetti? Huh? No, well, actually, it's good we don't like it, because in the day, Donald Trump now going to put a 92% tariff on Italian pasta. So you're going to be stuck with American pasta. Personally, I don't know why people buy dry pasta. It is so darn easy to make. I mean, it's so darn easy, especially if you're doing tagliatelle and those kind of pastas. You know, really, really, really easy. Especially you've got a little pasta machine. If you know what I mean, little pasta machine, really, really easy. And when you make pasta, you put egg in it. They don't put any egg in it. You can buy dry pasta with egg, but it's a tiny amount. And you can literally do it all by feel, you know. Make your pasta, it's really good as well. So much nicer. Oh, cheers, Tricky Snacks. I'll tell you what, though, it's been really hard recently because I've been really struggling to get the channel going again. And it's demoralising. I made a video on Saturday and it got basically restricted. And I thought, what's the point? I didn't upload it. Oh, well, that was up. It's still up. I haven't made it live. What's the point? It's no point. And when you get videos like that, and once they start restricting you on some videos, they then, like, it flags all your videos, all the future ones. And you just end up going It's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare because it didn't used to be quite as bad. It never was that great, but it's you know, it's just not going anywhere. Which I will have no choice but to say sod it, you know. I'll carry on doing a little bit, you full chat, just to keep channel going to some degree. I'll carry on doing my shorts and stuff, because obviously it don't take me very long. It takes a lot longer to actually upload than it does anything else. But the long videos, I have to ask myself, does it make sense anymore? I uploaded one earlier and it was piss poor. Maybe the videos just ain't good enough, you know. Maybe it's the algorithm seeing it that way. But when I look at the stats, it's just they ain't been shown in good time. And then for me to get them approved, sometimes it takes 24 hours. Just for YouTube to say, okay. That moment's gone, isn't it? It's demoralising. I don't know. I know I'm getting all the grief at the moment, but I don't know why though. Why is it me? Oh, cheers, Curious. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I know. I just I had some lovely comments in some previous videos, and most of my videos I get some really lovely comments from people, good people on that. And it does obviously it keeps me going. But I mean, morally speaking, keep me incentivised. That's the word. It keep me incentivised. But it's hard. It's hard to, and also watching all this shit going on as well. I've got a few clips I'll show you regarding ICE, and it's just horrendous. It's just horrendous. I just can't understand why people could be so bloody horrible. Heat some mince and corn in a pan, and 2 jars of Doritos salsas in the pan, and some pasta, and hey presto, spicy bolognese. I'll carry on doing it the old way. Stop the greed. I even put chocolate. I do. I put 90% chocolate in my chilies. God, it makes it so good. I don't know what it is, but the cocoa. But only a little bit. You know, you have to have a lot. It's not a whole bar. Yeah, Canada's America's lifeboat for a century. Well, Canada's been the one supplying the United States with absolutely everything it needs, and now it's going to be the destination for asylum. It seems. Along with the Netherlands, who've just announced that, come over here, we'll have you and we will treat you as an asylum seeker. God's sake. Oh, there. Hello, Big M. Oh, there. Mud. Where are we? Hello, Just Janie. In the good old days, we used to fix things when... I do that now. When they broke. Now, people buy new replacements. Things are so complicated now. Look at the state of these cars now. I mentioned the other day, have you seen that new Mini with a round screen? What the fuck's that all about? It is ugly. I do not want a car with... I've had cars... In fact, my car at the moment's got GPS and stuff built into this. It's so out of date now, it's useless. So I've got this screen there that does nothing. Apart from showing me an outdated map. You can update it, but it's cost a fortune. And it's so slow. Well, I don't want it there. You know? I'd rather have a car that I just turn the key and it, or whatever you have, and it goes. I want something I can work on. I don't want all this, it's got to be plugged into this program and this, your program, that. I don't want any of that stuff. You see, because a lot of it's tied into servers of companies that could go bankrupt. How does that work? I've seen companies out there like electric bike manufacturers and stuff with connected bikes, and they literally brick them because the company's gone under and the server's no longer maintained. No, don't do it. We need simplicity. And plus, what happens? Let's say, for instance, if old Putin does start launching bombs and we're in some kind of Mad Max dystopia, and we're going to need simplicity. We aren't going to be able to connect to any bloody servers because there won't be any. Oh dear. They're going to supply the rest of the world with what they need. Yep. I hope you also make stuff as well. That's what I hope. It's great being a supplier, but everything's cheap. Why not make the stuff and give more jobs for Canadian people? And they have talked about that, haven't they? Even Ford, he talked about it, didn't he? You know, he said that about the cans and the railway lines. That makes sense, though. Oh, it's true that 700 doctors have moved from the United States to Canada so far this year. Now, I wonder if some of them doctors are actually from other countries, you know, imported doctors, like we have in the UK. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because I think they feel pretty at risk. Now, I made a little video earlier. In fact, I just shared a video clip of a young lad who's addressing the council or whatever. And he's worried about he's always in tears. He's frightened that one day he's going to go home and his parents aren't there. That they've been abducted. Kidnapped by ICE. Never to be seen again. There's 3,000 people missing by ICE. Where are they? What about all the homeless people? Where are they? Yeah, from Washington. It's gross. It is gross. I'm not sure that many stats are closer to 400 in 2020. Not sure on 2025. Sorry. What have I got wrong there? I don't feel ready to move to Canada again yet. I feel pressed to stay here and lend whatever I can do here first. There's Chicago's summer. It's been kept a bit quiet actually. There's some people have been actually, been firing at ICE now in Chicago. And I hate to say it, but good. They need to put the fair God into these people. They need to understand that they are risking their lives. At the moment, they're getting away with murder, literally. There's people coming out of detention in a fucking coma. This isn't just one or two occasions, this is several. Come out in the coma, end up in medical care in a coma, probably with a situation where they ain't got the money to pay it. End up losing their homes and God knows what. Probably got no health care. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but speculating I am, speculating. Grunge thing, that's your prerogative. Are you a bot? Beep beep. Be civil in the chat, yeah, please. And don't like to talk with someone's block or ignore him but no conflicts. Fair point, Joe. Be nice. Let's be a lover, not a hater. There's moves by ABC man to streamline doctors coming in from the USA. Now, that'd be a really good idea. That's the one thing you see that no one seems to understand, right? We had the same thing in the UK with people like Nigel Farage. You know, I don't like people speaking other languages on the bus and shit like that, right? And a lot of these people that might be speaking other languages on the bus are actually doctors and nurses and having to speak amongst the family. You know, you know, I ain't got a problem with that. I don't care about that. Oh, fucking hell. Why does it matter? A lot of these people working in the hospitals, but what these people don't seem to understand is we ain't had to pay for their education. They've left these countries that needed these people, quite frankly, you know, from Nigeria and places like that. They needed them. In fact, the rules had changed about a year or so ago in Nigeria regarding exporting nurses or importing nurses to the United Kingdom. But it's the same in the United States, you know, they're not all homebred, are they? Yeah, but their education's paid elsewhere. Cheers, Joel. No, I really appreciate you, mate. Do what you need to do. We'll be all right. Check out Joel's channel as well. He's a good guy. He really is. REM, it's AllShorts. Have you heard of British Columbia ostrich farm Carl that garnered RFK Jr.'s attention? No, I didn't hear about that. What does he think about a roadkill? He's just saying, well, don't waste them, I'll have them. I'll eat ostrich. No, I didn't hear about that. So let me just have a look at that. See if I can find it. Ostrich farm, eh? All right, ostrich with the big eggs. Ostrich farm, Cull. That was in BC. Okay, that's what they say. Kennedy failed to save them. Canada culls hundreds of ostriches as a court and a Kennedy. Oh, he failed to. Oh, no, I didn't hear about that. Right, there we go. What was the cause of it, though? So, British Columbia ostrich farm, ground zero for change as family reels from the cull. Katie Passatini, I don't know how to pronounce that, whose mother co-owns the British Columbia ostrich farm, where hundreds of the birds were shot dead in a cull ordered by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. And says that she is focused on creating change for other farmers. Still standing on the highway overlooked the field where the cull took place Thursday night, she says that her family will never recover. Is it because of avian flu? That's just a clip. Oh, it's a bit more substantial than that. Right, with a flock of several hundred, it's a lot of ostriches, on the British Columbia farm, co-owned by her mother, shot dead in a cull ordered by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. Right, now standing on the highway. Oh, because of mounting outbreaks of avian influenza. Did they have much choice but to do that? It's horrible, though, isn't it? She said that the farm near Edgewood in southeastern BC is ground zero for change in the outbreak response, but added her family will never recover from this. The gunfire at last night was overwhelming. Well, yeah, hundreds of birds. And she said that said in an interview on Friday, our hearts are empty. What did RFK say? I'm trying to find something about RFK. Nothing on that one. Let's do RFK. RFK. They are a weird looking bird, aren't they, ostriches? Oh, I always say I do not read it. Gunshots and months of long Canadian ostrich cull saga that captivated RFK Jr. Was he got no brainworm or something? Other people come in, the men came in hazmat suits, spelled the end of more than 300 hostages. Okay. Canadian anti-COVID mandate. Oh, I see. Their fate was subject to months-long legal battle in Canada that attracted an unlikely cast of supporters, including the American grocery billionaire, Canadian anti-COVID mandate activists, and US Health Secretary Robert R.F.K. Jr. What did he say? What did he say? Oh, it's not telling me what he said. I want to know what he says. It's got something to do with vaccines. Okay, going, oh, it's the vaccine, it's the COVID vaccine for the ostriches. They had it too. It is quite not willy-nilly. Obviously, it has to be thought through. But if they've got avian flu at all, what else are they supposed to do? If you've got one bird got it, that spreads like bloody wildfire. Anyway, back into the old chat. We need to help people keep their education. Hang on, it's jumped up. Standards. Oh, they had bird flu a year ago. Oh, I see. So, are they okay now? Obviously not now, because they've been shot dead. Hello, Madman. I hope you're well. Where are you all from? I am from Norfolk in East Anglia. I know Vertigo, you're in Finland, aren't you? Oh, quite got this right now. Winterkeeper's in the United States. Carriers is in Canada. And quite, I've lost count now. Oh, and Joel's in Portugal. Oh, and Humility First is in Minnesota. Stop the Greaves in Hertfordshire. Just give the bloody birds Invermoisten. That'll do it. Not anymore, they're all dead, poor buggers. Take care, Bertie. Oh, take care, my friend. Be good. Be good. Yeah, it's quite late, isn't it? Loads of swans have it, yeah, I know. And also lots of cranes. And we celebrate the cranes every year. When they come back, it marks spring. When they leave, it marks the winter. They're going to get fucking cold. And we see that when they fly, they're like a big V. And it's amazing. It's just, the noise is incredible. And yeah, apparently a lot of them have been falling out of the sky, with bird flu. So a lot have been found in northern France and in Belgium. Not Belgium, Berlin. Hundreds of them. Hundreds of these birds, so yeah. Newfoundland is beautiful, I bet that is. I'm upstate, but static that Cuomo lost. Well, he's just a sex offender. He's just another Trumper, and he wants to grab him by the... You know what I mean. It does me think... I tell you what, though, all right? I've been trying to recite this. I've been really struggling, though. I don't think... I can't do it, though. I'm gonna try. It's a bit of a tongue tie. I did write it down so I can remember it. Okay. I can't do it as well as Jennifer, but convicted felon, dementia-ridden, Kangles McTackletits, as we refer to as Kanks. She's way better than me.
Dementia-ridden, Kangles McTackletits, who convicted felon, dementia-ridden, Kangles McTackletits, who we will refer to as Kanks. Convicted felon, dementia-ridden, Kangles McTackletits, who we will refer to as Kanks. Convicted felon, dementia-ridden, Kangol.
I could just have that replay playing all the time in the background. That's Jennifer from iHip News. I'm sure some people will watch that. They're pretty good, actually. Although I hate these adverts. I mean, these adverts that these channels like Midas Touch, oh my God, they are so tedious. You know full well that, you know, the things that they're promoting, that they have never used this stuff, you know. Oh, ever since I've used this, oh, my skin, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's great. Oh, I thought, no, you haven't. Let's say to you. Oh, dear. A ringtone. That would make a ringtone, wouldn't it? That really would, actually. Yeah, iHip News. Yeah. Jennifer and... Oh, I forgot everyone's name now. One with the big glasses. She is very forthright as well. She's cool, and she's very forthright. She's been interviewed, and that literally used that was her. That's where that clip came from. It was when she was, you know, being interviewed. Yeah, it was like a panel kind of thing, you know. I have that song in my head now. Why should you do it again, Mr. McTacker? Oh, how did that moronic joke age? Oh dear. Colin. Canada once had a conservative party called Crap. It was. Oh my God, Pierre Pelev. Oh my giddy aunt. He's desperate, isn't he? He's really desperate. I won't be surprised if the United States started reading chicken entrails for medical diagnosis. No, I don't think they will, because they want the eggs, because they want you to have. They don't care about you eating diseased eggs. They don't give a damn about that. They just want to get eggs on the shelves, because everything is about the eggs. The economy is all revolves around the eggs. If you've got eggs on the shelves, and they're cheap. Some of the public servants are members of. Oh crikey, really? Jennifer and Pumps, that's it. Yeah. Well, that's a nickname, isn't it? Pumps. They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Apart from the adverts. Midas Touch does the same. I can't stand these adverts. They're so cheesy. Yeah, F. Pelev. Oh, crikey. I'm so glad when Carney got in. It just felt like, you know, oh, crikey, there's some countries out there that still have some common sense. The people still have some common sense. We've got our problems in the UK, you know, with Nigel Farage going up the old polls. But Zach Polensky of the Green Party, he's chomping on his heels. He is chomping on Farage's heels. People seem to like him. Quite a lot, in fact. And he ain't constantly ramming the green agenda. You know, that'll obviously be a part of it, but, you know, he's talking about people, not just about trees. A bit. Have a treat, my doggies. The doggies got to have a treat. Thank God somebody listened. Hello, Widowkeeper. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the thing is, the words that are coming out of his mouth, he was literally just all trumping, wasn't he, really? And then when he realised, oh, that's going bad, you know, that's not so great, he kind of started sort of like backtracking. You can't trust people like that. I call Pelev a fascist Millhouse. The Orange Reich. A satanic Satsuma. Are these all new names for Trump? Fantaführer. The Orange von Schützenpanzer. Yep, Pelev is a traitor, if you ask me. He is. Anyone who wants to hurt their country, like Trump is doing, you know, is a traitor. And people are starting to wake up. Oh my giddy aunt, did you see him at the stadium? He was trying to make that speech and what have you, and he forgot to change the little bracketed bit with his name, like your name here. You just read the whole thing. And he's been booed, he was. Being booed. Not just a little bit, no. He was being booed a lot. And it was a sight to behold. Yes, it did give me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, it did. Oh, here we go. Here he is. Being booed. They're giving him the finger. And I say, it did give me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, that it did. Are you right, Dora? My dog is pestering me. Can you see a little face down there? Hello, Daddy. Oh, treats. Treats, she says. Oh. I know, I know. Oh, you got bum rub as well. Okay. This is when her tongue goes in and out. Oh, crikey. Oh, oh, oh. She's a nutter. And I've got him over there. Little sleep. He ain't been very well, actually. He's been a bit poorly. He's got heart disease, you see. He's having a bit of a bad time at the minute. Oh. Where are we? There we come. Don Dinsmore. 17 years ago. 17 years old she was. Who's that? Who was that? My current favourite name for a Trump is the Count of Mostly Crisco. Oh my God, that bloody party he had last week. He had a couple of parties, didn't he? You know, he had his he had half naked women in martini glasses, giant martini glasses, and it's just this is why people couldn't feed their families. And there he is, he's just slapping at them, wasn't he? You know. Hello, Steve McGowan. I hope you're well, friend. AllShorts, Farage is only making it big in England. Scotland has seen him for what he is. A Frictican steak oil salesman. He is. But that's not all. They're just telling people what they think they want to hear. The nasty people, that is. But they have no solutions. None of these right-wing populists actually have solutions. Whenever they're asked what you're going to do about it then, how are you going to do this then, they've never got an answer. They just spout the same line again and again and again. No solutions. It's typical of these kind of people. Unfortunately, that's all it takes these days, is to keep saying the same thing again and again and again, and then it becomes true as far as they're concerned. Look at Trump. It's rhetoric. Damn it, okay. I think if everyone is in their capability, able to be responsible of their interactions with themselves and others, the environment, we don't need government. But they're not. People aren't going to act responsible, unfortunately, because we're all different. And you're always going to get greed. There's always going to be greedy people out there. There's always going to be jealous people out there, which obviously leads to greed and what have you. But unfortunately, it sounds like a nice idea, but I don't think it'd work. I think we need a level of government. I think government has got too big. And decency has taken a back seat, unfortunately. And that seems to be in government as well. So, can't trust them, can you? Unfortunately. We need something better than what we've got. Or what you've got in the United States, and also what we've got in the UK. And even here in France, you know, I don't think Macron is as bad as people like to make out. There's a lot of right wing press like we have in the UK, just attacking Macron all the time in his party all the time. And they can't. They plant the seed. I listen to my neighbour, my French neighbours, and the stuff she comes out with, it makes no bloody sense whatsoever. And she's lovely, don't get me wrong, but she's just indoctrinated by, she's a far lefty, all right? Which almost as bad, if not worse in some cases, than those on the right. But she's real hardline, you know. And she doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing. They don't think of nuances. They just, you can't just do that without understanding what else is affected by doing it. It's like, oh, we had our friends round last night, and he's a biker, so obviously he's a good friend of mine, and and she often makes me vanilla slices, so obviously she's a good friend of mine, and Caroline's very nice vanilla slices as well. So anyway, but she seems to think that the migrants coming over in the little boats in the UK, you can just shove them in a boat and just dump them on the shores of France or whatever country they originate from. It doesn't work. It can cause a diplomatic situation. It's not as simple as that. Yeah, I like Macron, curious. He's he can be a bit rude at times. He can be a bit forthright and can be a bit rude, but he's also logical. Unfortunately, the people aren't necessarily logical. You've got the same problem here in France as well, as you have in the UK, as you got in the United States, and you've obviously got some of those in the, you've got your Mabel MAGA. But they're everywhere. Unfortunately, these are simple, very simple, unsophisticated ideas that these people have got without any understanding how it can't work, or if you did do it, it'd be absolutely tragic and devastating for your country. Like getting rid of all the workers from the farms. You needed them. We've got a simple problem in the UK. We needed them. A lot of them have gone back. They can't, we had such 2 years ago now, I think it was 2, maybe 3, where a load of people were enticed because of Brexit. They got enticed over to the UK to work on this farm. I can't remember what they were doing. I think it was like picking daffodils or something. And they were from, oh crikey, where are they from? Oh, fix sake, my mind's gone blank again. Oh, give me the knife. Tibet. Anyway, yeah, they come from Tibet. They saved up money, what have you, but also they got loans out to be able to come over and pay all the fees to come over to work this farm. And then they got kicked off 1 month, just off the farm after 1 month because the crop was shit. So they didn't have any work. So they lost all the money they basically didn't earn enough to pay their debts. They ended up lumbered with a whole load of debt. Obviously, they are not going to come back again. See, before we'd have people coming via the European Union, we'd be like Romanians and what have you coming. Bloody hell, they are. Don't ask blanket blanket work. They deserve every penny they got. Backbreaking work. I understand why people don't want to do it. Although, they did say they're taking their jobs. They're taking our jobs, they are, they said, didn't they? Fucking these people. Oh, unbelievable. They really are.
Coming over here, taking our jobs and our women.
Dear me. But we needed them, just like you need them. We need these people. We should be grateful that they come. But no. Oh, they got 2 brown faces. They don't want them over there. They're going to start taking our women and blending them. What the fuck? Oh, you don't mind about. Oh shit, where's my chat gone? Here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, you know that Blick Marley geezer who was at Mar-a-Lago again the other day, Palm Beach. He was partying there. Fuck's sake. I'd like to hear the Argentinians' opposition reaction to the US 40 billion. But the thing about that 40 billion, it isn't as straightforward. Basically, they've just bought 40 billion worth of Argentinian pesos. Now you could argue that if the economy improves in Argentina, because it's flat on its face at the moment, it could turn a corner, couldn't it? If it did, well then, there might have been a good bet. But it's still gambling, whatever way you look at it. It's propped up the economy, basically. But at the moment, what really is scaring me at the minute, not just for you guys in the US, but for everyone, really, because, you know, if the US sneezes, we all catch a cold. That's what it's saying. The thing is, yes. And the federal bank at the moment is doing quantitative tightening. They're removing money out of the system to hold back the economy, even though the growth isn't great. But it's all in one place, you see. The United States needs some control over the tech sector, because Nvidia, for instance, is growing way too fast. It's fucking everything up. You know, all the money's in one place. All the trade's in one place between Nvidia and like ChatGPT. Not just ChatGPT. It's like they've now relaxed some of the trading rules between Nvidia and China, and obviously other countries as well. And Nvidia is just going leaps and bounds on it, growing too fast. And it's propping up the economy, but it's also going to make the economy, it's going to collapse big time. No one else is doing very well, are they, you know? What resources do Argentina have? They have cows. I imagine they've got a shitload of minerals under that ground, if you can process it, that is. I have Flemish origins. Oh, are you from Belgium by any chance then? In what country are you now, Mud? Yeah, where are you now, Mud? Oh, Canada. Oh, my family was born in Antwerp. It's quite interesting when you do this, you know, internet lark way and YouTube. The amount of different people you attract to your channel from different places around the world. You know, from Russia, Ukraine. You have all sorts of people. You know, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I do like that side of things. I just wish you'd do a bit better. You know, I do. More so do I just get the message out. And then everything else sort of like, if you build it, they will come. Hang on. What's that? Why am I in that one? Hang on, let me just change it, switch that can. I want the wrong one. There we go. How did that happen? Top chat. Oh, chat, there we go. How did that happen? I was signed in under another channel. Hello, Sue, in Canada. Ontario. Ottawa. I really want to go to Canada. I can't yet at the moment because of dogs. And I won't need my dogs because they're all getting older. Pador's okay, but Sebastian, he's not well. I'd hate to think something happened when I'm not there. Stop the greed! Grunge thing below me. I used to have a Romanian girlfriend and she spoke Romanian, English, French, German and Latin. And she was always correcting my English. Blimey, that's amazing. It's embarrassing. I struggle with my French here in France, you know. Partly because I can't even reach I can't reach my notes, if you know what I mean. Because my voice is completely shagged. It's all this talking. You're right about AI. It won't last forever. There's definitely going to be a bubble in it. And you get all these servers, what have you, they're literally all going to be kitted out. They've got a lifespan. You know, they'll be upgraded and stuff in the future, and there'll be more and more servers. But it's going to get to a point where it's going to slow down. And if all your economy has been propped up by one industry, all of a sudden you're not going to have an industry, are you? You're just going to, you're not going to have an economy. And the whole lot is just fall to pieces. You can't have an economy based on one industry, an industry that doesn't really need much human input. You know? Where are all the workers going to go? We'll become superfluous. Do you honestly think they're going to want to keep us? I don't see it. Now, universal basic income, that's what Elon Musk said, but, you know, obviously he doesn't really believe in that. But I bet what it'd be is they'll try and force you into the military or something, you know. If you don't, you'll be made into pies. Yeah, artificial intelligence, unless it becomes sentient, is only as good as the information that is available to it. And if we all stop putting information online, where's it going to get the new information from? How's it going to update itself? It'll get to a point where it'll just be recycling the same stuff. Love from Canada! Thanks for that. Good friend of mine here is Romanian and speaks probably 6 languages. I do find that amazing. It's like Joey speaks like a million languages. English and French for me. My French is terrible. I can read it a lot better than I can speak. I really struggle to speak it more so now than I ever did before. Oh, cheers, Jesse. Another YouTube creator recommended you. I'm glad I checked you out. I wasn't Guard Belief by any chance. Or Enemy from Within. Love the accent and your fun. Yeah, gotta have a bit of fun, ain't you? You know, life is too short, you know. There's a lot of nasty stuff going on at the moment. And it's depressing. It is seriously depressing. And I can't imagine how scared, how frightened people are. Actually, I want you to listen to this. This isn't the young lad. This is another one. This was a lady who was in a car accident. Hang on, where's it all gone? Where is following? That looks strange. Where? I don't know what our favourites. That's it. I think I'll put it under ice as this one.
This just happened and I'm...
Okay, this is the video clip. I want to share this with you. Because this shook this woman
This just happened.
up. Let me a bit loud. I'll tell you what, let you see her face. Let us see her face. Do you want to look at my face, do you? No, it's ugly. Oh my God, she doesn't look that great. Not like that. No. Oh, there you go. Let me just play that for you.
And I'm still shaking, so please stick with me for just a minute. I was just coming out of my doctor's appointment when this happened. But as I was backing out of my parking space, there was nobody coming. As I was almost completely pulled out, the woman parked across from me, pulled her car out a little too fast, and she hit me pretty hard. And I jumped out of the car, she jumped out of the car. She immediately started crying. I asked her if she was okay. She said yes, she was okay. She just kept saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." And then she opened the back seat of her car to check on her children. She had probably about a 3-year-old, maybe a 5-year-old. And she was asking them if they were okay. She said they're fine. She was just hysterically crying, which I didn't quite understand because it was just a little fender bender. So when I looked down to look at the damage of the cars, her car had a fairly noticeable dent. Mine just had a really, really tiny, barely noticeable dent. But she just started saying to me, "No policía, por favor, no policía, por favor." And she looked so terrified. And I just said to her, I said, what's the matter? Are you undocumented? She said, "No, I have my green card, but that doesn't matter anymore." She said, "They'll call ICE. ICE will take me away." And she was shaking. She was visibly shaking. She was so scared. take my kids away. They're going to send me away. And I just told her, I said, it's okay. We don't have to call the police. It's fine. And she gave me the tightest hug I feel like I've ever had. And she just sobbed. I'm still shaking from this. She has a green card and she's terrified. This is Trump's America. This is the America that we're living in right now.
Exactly. People are living in fear, constant fear. And I don't know if you saw my little short I did where that young lad, it's on the channel, where he's, I can't remember what it's either council or whatever. I can imagine that absolutely everyone who might happen to be of brown skin of one type or another, doesn't make any difference to me, I'll tell you. And they must be just living in fear, constant fear. Horrible. It is horrible. And so unnecessary. And foolish. Because the country needs these people. It needs them. The multiculturalism is fantastic, you know. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother who came over on a boat, not a little rubber boat, but over in a boat from India back in the late 50s. No. There's loads. I don't see. What's the issue, really? What? It's just so much hate and blame. It's everyone else's fault. You know, coming over here and taking our jobs and our women. You know, it's everyone else's fault for their own inadequacies. Blame game. And that's one of the reasons why I love what's going on in Canada at the moment. One of the reasons why I make or talk about Canada quite a bit is because of the attitude towards immigration. It's chalk and cheese, you know. Yeah, they do hate the working class. You're not wrong there, Stop the Grade. It's sad. I just can't imagine living under that fear. You won't go anywhere. They don't even want to go to the shops to buy their food. You know, they're frightened to take their kids to school. Yeah, I'm a bit of an oddity. Where are you, Canada or the UK? No, I'm in France. I live in France, in the Limousin area of France. It's about central France. And it's a lovely area. It really is. And in fact, me and the dear missus are going to be taking the camper out in December for 2 or 3 weeks over Christmas. So we're going to go a bit further south, probably down towards Biarritz area. So towards the mountains and the sea. Take lots of dog walks and stuff like that. We'll carry on making videos and stuff. But it's a lovely place. And we've got some lovely friends. Yeah. And the French people are great. You know, they're not always, how to put it, as open-minded as I am about stuff. But they're still kind. Generally kind. Rural France I'm talking about, you know. Generally they're kind. You know, I've had plenty of discussions with mature French people, old. You know, I mean, she's dead now, actually, one of them is. And I have mentioned this before, actually, but when I asked her the question, in French, how do you feel about the English? I didn't actually say the English, I said the English and Dutch and what have you, because there's a lot of Dutch here as well. And she says, well, if you weren't here, I'd be on my own. There'd be no one here in this hamlet. Like, for instance, because the children stay. Children stay because there's work here, because of people living here. You know, we go to the shop, we go to the DIY stores, we use the services here, and the schools and stuff like that. Well, our grandchildren go to schools in France, and it just feeds the economy, you know. And without the English and the Dutch, and we've got some Chinese as well, and some Vietnamese, our local school would not be able to operate. We wouldn't have enough funding because we wouldn't have enough people. Love children, sorry. It's very important. I love France too. I've been there twice. They are friendly. They are. There are places you can go to, and it can be a little bit standoffish, you know. Normally in the big cities, everyone's a rat race, you know. But rural, I love rural France. I love nature. Okay, I'm a bit of an earthy geezer. I like messing in the mud. I wallow in mud. I do. I'm like a pig. I am. Stick my snout in and that, looking for my truffles. No, it's a nice place to live, and I feel blessed actually. And we don't have no money. You know, we're pretty poor in many ways. We live hand to mouth. We ain't got no savings. We got really hit in the last recession, and we got no savings or anything like that. So we just sort of like, you know, as it comes in, we spend it, you know, on food and shit. But our cost of living is very low because we live a lot off the land, you know. Our power, we've got our solar panels and wind turbines, and we keep our cost of living down. You know, we have no water bill because we've got our well water. We have it tested regular, what have you, but it's still done slightly cheaper. It's another way. It's a different way of life. Okay, it is labour intensive. I admit, but when you reflect with your labour, as in the saving, money saved is money earned, isn't it? You see. So yeah, and also we grow a lot of food, so it's good. And I've been doing just recently. I've been making a lot of fermented foods. So I did about 6 jars the other day, about 6.5 litres of 6.5. Yeah, about 6.5 litres of fermented kimchi, sort of Korean dish, which is spicy. You've got cabbages, you've got turnips in there, chilies and peppers, all the lovely stuff in there, and fish sauces and stuff. It's really good. So then kimchi, and also done some mixed, just a very simple, like a sauerkraut, but with other vegetables, carrots and stuff. Fermented carrots are lovely. They're really good. You know, I prefer them than the fermented cabbage, to be honest. But really good stuff, and it's full of friendly bacteria for your gut and that. You know, helps your stomach. That is a rewarding way of life. No, you're right, to some degree. It's that along with our, you know, our little reward, in which we're quite proud of doing that. We kind of lose ourselves in that sometimes. Then we realise, oh shit, we should have done something else. You know, but I mean, they're sort of pulling the weeds out from underneath the trees that help give them a chance. I mean, and also you have to keep an eye on, because sometimes you get the odd tree that might need replacing because it's, you know, it's died because of the drought. So we put that one in, you know, and it's just. When our friends came over from it, we did a roast dinner actually. It's on Sunday. We just did a roast dinner. And, oh my god, it was so good. Between Caroline and myself, it was. Oh. Jamie Oliver would have been proud. He would. It was really nice. Really enjoyed it. Anyway, they really enjoyed it as well. We had really good natter and yarn about putting the. You know, she's got a trans son, and sort of putting the world to rights and that as well. And it was fun. It was fun. But when she left that night, the birds. On the other side of this wall here, we've got a jasmine climber up on the wall. I have to trim it every year, I do, because obviously it takes over the roof. And the birds in there, I mean, they're just sparrows, okay, they're only sparrows, but there must be 300 in there, somewhere about that. All in this jasmine. And as soon as you walk past, it's like, whoosh, it's like all leave because they get a bit scared by us, and they just they fly to another tree over there, and they fly to a tree over there. Well, yeah, in like batches of these, you know, like 100 at a time of these birds, you know, 3 or 4 batches of these birds, and then eventually they all come back again. You know, it's just I just love nature. It is wholesome. It really is. Stop Agreed says, one of my regrets in life was not buying a houseboat in 2012. Now, there is somebody else in, I don't know if she's still here, Lefty. Used to be Gina Lefty, used to live on the boat, canal boat. Her handle used to be Lefty Boater. And it's a different way of life, isn't it? You know, I'm a boatman. Okay, you know, I've got my day skip and my yacht masters, VHF radio license as well, and I've done a lot of sailing and doing the old channel, what have you, in the UK, sort of coastal sailing, and it's and also a motor cruiser for a while as well. And it was nice. It's a different way of life. It toughens you up. It really does. When you sit there, right, on your boat, bobbing up and down, okay, in the middle of wherever you are, where let's say for argument's sake, in the channel, you're maybe going off to the Hook of Holland or something, and you're bobbing up and down in the water. One minute you're down there, and you can't see anything. There's no horizon. You're just like the sea's all around you. And the horizon's sort of like up there, you know, and then you're down there, and the swell, you know, and up and down. It's disconcerting. If that don't fucking put the shits up you, nothing will. It toughens you up. It really does. You realise how vulnerable you are. You're on this little wooden or fiberglass or whatever it was, or steel boat, bobbing up and down in the middle of the bloody ocean somewhere, and it's like, you know, you realise how vulnerable, how weak you are, and how powerful nature is. It really puts the shits up you, especially if the wind gets up. Get your sea anchors out. We're working on getting our chicken coop and beehives up and running next year. Oh, wonderful. That's brilliant. Beehives. Now, we've got some friends here who we've got some beehives up in the corner up there. And I did try and do bees ourselves, but I couldn't. I needed to get a swarm. I tried to attract the bees with lemongrass and what have you, and it didn't work. And there was a top bar hive that I made, and it should have been. It would have been nice to get it going. What have you? Caroline weren't keen because our son's allergic to bees, so that wouldn't have been a great idea, you know. But I just, it's just nature, isn't it? You know, we need the bees that we do. Really, Gina. Yeah, I'm working on getting back on the water. Land life isn't for me. I don't blame you. The thing is about being on a boat, okay, you might have a fixed mooring somewhere, but the idea that you can actually just move, you know, you just under the old mooring house, you know, half clove hitches and stuff, and then you move up the river a little bit, you know, and somewhere else, experience somewhere else. You just keep. I'd like to do the Caledonian Canal in Scotland. That's what I would like to do, and maybe go to that whiskey museum. Or a whiskey store, I can't remember what it is anyway. My dad's been there. He came back with loads of Cardo. Oh, wow, did you? Curious. I sailed the Isle of Wight race when I was young. Bloody hell. Wonderful. What did the keeper say? What have I missed? We're working on getting our chicken coop and beehives. Go for it. Do it with a keeper. Now we had chickens. Now we haven't got chickens. Well, actually, we had chickens and ducks is what we had. Unfortunately, our radio stopped working because that's how we kept the foxes away and the pine martens. We had a radio, and we didn't realise it stopped working. It went out of tune, basically. And I didn't tweak it. And the foxes come back, killed all the blinking, one after the other, killed our duck. We had Muscovies ducks. One of them looked like Elvis. With a quiff. And then we, in the chickens, what have you, they eventually went as well, all in the same period of time. And we had our George. He was the last chicken we had. And then my mother-in-law's dog came and chased the chicken and broke its leg. Broke the chicken's leg. I put a splint on it. What was it, heat shrink? What was it I used? It wasn't heat shrink, was it? That was something else. Anyway, I splintered the leg on George. Oh, there, yeah. Get yourself on the water again there, Gina. Fantastic. There was a sushi place opening here. Oh, nice. I love sushi. And had an event. All the staff are dressed in traditional Japanese clothes. Cool. And some Americans complained that it was culture. Oh, that's so silly. I don't understand all this cultural appropriation. I think it's a step too far. I think it's silly. You know, people, like for instance, have braids and stuff like that. You know, white people, they have braids and stuff like that. What's that? It's a bloody haircut. I know it's like, they feel there's like an ownership of a haircut. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let's share, all right? You can eat my Yorkshire puddings. Or Caroline's Yorkshire puddings. What did you ever say? I keep falling asleep when I'm in the boat. You must be quite happy there. But I'm Portuguese. We are practically born in the sea. We pretty much are, aren't you, really? And we have water. We have water, or we have Spain. Yeah, it is. Portugal's a lovely place, so isn't it? Especially southern. I like the southern areas of Portugal. Not just keen at Lisbon and places like that, but it's a beautiful coastline. It really is. It's like when me and my wife if we go to Spain, we always head to the places where there isn't tourism. Now, mother-in-law used to live in Playa Flamenca, in not far from Valencia, and it was just a concrete jungle. It was just where all the old people went, and retirees and stuff, and made it into a little ghetto, a little English ghetto in Spain. And it was okay, I suppose, but it wasn't Spain. It was like England, but it was like an England coastal. It was like Great Yarmouth, but warmer, right? And nicer beaches. I'd rather go to places where inland, for instance, in Spain, and go to the places where the Spanish are. For a start, you get a really good deal, and I just like it, It feels real. And it's like that's one of the reasons why we moved here in France. We moved in rural France. It's where French people are, and it's just who we are, I suppose. I like it real. Keep it real, Got to keep it real. The Japanese embassy staff who were there at the doing the old sushi and all that, and they absolutely loved it. Apparently, so there's Steve McGowan. Was that in Prague? Was it? Name has chickens and ducks. Yeah, we might get chickens again at some point. We'll see. Where the kid? Are you Danish? I didn't even know you're Danish. Blimey. So my blood is part seawater. It almost certainly is. And bacon. Bring out the Danish. Oh, dear. British my ass, says Andrew Evans. I'm English then. I'm English. I love the ocean. Yes, I do. And that's one thing I miss being here, because I'm a bit landlocked here in France. I have to travel, 2-3 hours? No, longer than that. About 3-4 hours to get to the coast. So it's a little way away. So we'd go from where we are, we'd go to probably Arcachon, Ile de Ré. When the islands, you got Ile de Ré, Oléron. I love it. There's a lot of salt flats there, where they basically let the sea come in and get all sea salt from Ile de Ré. It's great. I have a dream of taking their boat from Vitavi River here in the North Sea one day. Well, that would be pretty damn cool. It's a very convoluted route by the rivers, but that makes it fun. It's got to be about the journey. This is the thing I don't understand when people travel. They're talking from A to B. And it's all about the destination. I like the idea of actually just the journey itself. Do you know what I mean? It's like being in the camper. We stay off the toll roads. We stay out of the cities. And we end up in little villages and stuff like that. And that's when you see stuff that you wouldn't necessarily see. That's when you meet French people that you wouldn't necessarily meet. And I mentioned this before, that not far from here, there's a little French guy. He goes around on his little bike. He's got like bottom glasses on, and he had onions around his neck. His berry on, and it's just stereotypical. It's a pure stereotypical like wartime Frenchman. there's canals in France. I don't actually know. Actually, I suppose no, it's just rivers. There's lots and lots. I don't know any canal. There probably is somewhere, but there's lots of rivers and weirs. So that makes the rivers a little bit impractical. Great in the kayak, but otherwise not a lot good in the boat. There's lots of weirs because there's a lot of mills. You see, mill. Yeah, so you're not going to be travelling up and down the rivers too well unless you're going to be up to the Seine and places like that. Then you potentially can get to sea. There is. Humidity first says the journey itself is the enjoyable part for me. That's the same for me. It's one of the reasons I like to get on the old motorbike, and just go, And a couple of times now I've been to Italy on the old motorbike and managed to get plenty of speeding tickets. I got a GSX 1400, and it's a great sort of like it's a muscle bike. It's real strong, we did a tour between that and Switzerland with some friends, biking friends, including Keith, who was here last night, and it was great. It was good fun. Another time went to Imola, where the racetrack is. Went to the racetrack to cover the veteran races. It was like all the vintage races where they all the old people in their leathers and their vintage bikes, and there was literally Vincent's there and that as well. It's fantastic. The journey is the destination. Well put. Dated a lady from Denham in France, and I hated Paris. It was hilarious. Is that normal? There's some lovely places in Paris, and when I visited Paris, when last we went to Paris, we've been to Paris 3 times now with the missus. But the best way we did Paris before we moved to France was we got the cheapest bloody hotel we could find. Basically a bed and breakfast type place, and then we bought a pass for the bateau bus, which is basically a bus on the Seine, all right? And once you get onto there, you can literally go wherever you like, up and down the Seine, and you get to Notre Dame, which has obviously been rebuilt, and all these different places, and everything is accessible from the river. And it's slow, but it gives you a chance to think. Paris is a bit rude, but you got to remember, they're not all rude. Yeah, but we did come across quite a bit of rudeness, to be fair. But there are some great places to visit. Now, it's not there anymore, but next to the Moulin Rouge, there used to be a sex museum. Anyway, I'm going to take you somewhere special. And then we were heading for the Moulin Rouge. As you can see the Moulin Rouge, have you went into the sex museum? She wasn't impressed. Actually, it was really interesting, actually. It was really fascinating. There's all these things, these old wooden, like, sex chair things with wheels, with pedals on. You pedalled it and the thing went up and down. All made out of wood. As soon as I got home, I made one straight away for the missus. She wasn't impressed. She got splinters. So, no, I didn't, obviously. If one only eats native food, they would get bored fast. Now, here in France, I don't know what it's like in Prague, but in France, you do obviously there's a lot of stuff you can get from all over the world. You've got places like Grand Frame, what have you, and you get food from everywhere, But price-wise, the French tend to eat a lot of stuff that's in season. And that's when the price is obviously better for a start. And that's what we're starting. We just do more and more what the French do. Tomatoes aren't great in the winter anyway, so why eat them, I'd rather get the tomatoes out of canned tomatoes. At least they've been canned at a time when the tomatoes actually have some flavour. But we can them ourselves anyway, so. I have Indian, Chinese, Turkish, and I don't like Thai food. I like Thai. I like anything that actually comes to that, I'm not keen on monkey brains or eyeballs. I'm not interested in them because what I've heard is that the eyeballs, they explode in your mouth. That sounds disgusting. But I love sushi. When I say sushi, I'm not the rice sushi, proper sushi rice and stuff like that. I'm not. I don't want to eat a squid that's still moving. Right? I'm not interested in that. No, that's not for me. The rice dishes with a bit of wasabi and all that, you know. Oh, Joey likes his wurst. He likes his sausages. Do you like your sausages, Joe? Yeah, and his Mediterranean diet because he's living in Portugal. It's the same here, you know, in France. We obviously have a French diet. We eat a lot of French food. We have like, a lot of meals. You know, I do like my meals. And they're cheap as well, to be fair. They're cheap here. We pay about €2 a kilo, £2.50 a kilo in season, you know. They're not very big, but they're still nice. Like mules marinara, I do that with white wine, and that's really good. And my kids love it as well. My grandchildren when they come over. I was used to Quebec. Patient with my slow French. I got you. Oh, snake! No, that's off me. I was doing a job in Norwich actually for a client, and he worked for RSPCB, and they used to go to all these places, and they used to catch all these birds and then tag them and put rings on them and stuff like that. And because he goes to all these weird and wonderful places, he always brings back a bottle of drink, and he brought this bottle of drink and a bloody snake inside it. A little snake inside this bottle of spirits. I thought, what the fuck? There's no way I'm drinking that. Food in Russia was miserable. When would I go there? Yeah, what places like Poland and what have you. My son went to Poland and he went. It was really, really cheap. It was a while ago now, but he went with 3 friends. They went to Poland and it's like they had. There was 5 of them, and they cost 40 odd with drink and everything, around 40 odd euros or something, or whatever, equivalent of £40. Vietnam. No, Vietnam's a great place. They make a lot of kites and model aeroplanes in Vietnam. Norway. Only been once in Paris, short trip. Rude people and a shoe sole tough steak. Oh dear. They're the Moulin Rouge at night. Oh, I'm surprised. There's some great places in Paris, right? There really are, but yeah, people can be a bit rude, can't they? That's got to be said. I'm sure they're not all like that. Just the ones I've met. And what is going on in Norway? You lot have got so much bloody money in Norway. You've got your wealth funds like at 2 trillion at the moment. You're topping that up all the while with your oil. 2 trillion. Everyone else has got bloody debt and you've got shitloads of money. You got that one right, didn't you? For Christ's sake. There's the United States now with 38 odd trillion in debt. The United Kingdom, I can't remember what it was now, it's about 3 trillion in debt. It's just nuts. What the heck's wrong with us? We don't know what we're doing, do we? We really don't. It's Norway. Just look at Norway. Look what Norway's doing. People are happier. People got jobs. Like Finland, what are you? People are happier. Pay more taxes and they're still happier. They've got healthcare, that's why. They're happy because they haven't got toothache. Doesn't make any sense. It was all right for Trump. The amount of times he's been going to get his cognitive tests done,
Like you go person,
yeah, it is.
man, camera, TV.
Yeah, apparently you get that done at the MRI as well. There we go. Norway does chicanery for oil, but but they do. At least they look after their people, citizens. I'm losing my voice. My favourite food says Just Genie. That's on sale. I'm sorry to catch that bit. Yeah, the cheap stuff. That's a bit of the missus actually. We're always in the bargain bin. Oh, is anything worth having in there? But we do make a point of, we don't buy stuff unless it's something that we would normally buy. Otherwise, you're not really making a saving, are you? You're actually just, unless it's a substitute for something else. Oh, where is Elon Musk? He owes me my Doge dividend checks. Oh, Trump is going on about it affecting again, isn't he? He's now saying, oh, help people with their SNAP, and that we're going to, the cost of living that we're going to give every citizen. No, healthcare. Help with the healthcare. Every citizen $2,000, from the tariff money, which he's probably already spent. How many times have we heard him say this now? Well, what's that? Did the farmers get their bailout? No. Did you get your Doge checks? No. He's telling people what they want to hear at the time, and hopefully they'll forget about it until the next time he says it again. It's nuts. Stop the Greed says it's really hard to get fresh olive oil here. Nah, it's easy where I'm in France. Oh, nothing like a platter of cooked vegetables and some grilled meat or fish with some olive oil. Well, when I did the vegetables last night, we did roasted carrots and I did them in honey glaze. Oh, it was so good. It was so nice. I've never loved carrots so much. They were so nice. We parboiled them and put them in a tray and just coat them with a little bit of salt and honey, and it was just that sweetens. Oh, it's so good. Oh, lemon. Oh, let's talk about picking food again. Blimey. Now, we did this roast last night with our friends. We cooked so much bloody food. We had it again tonight. But it was nice. Yorkshire puddings. I love Yorkshire puddings. I've had Yorkshire puddings 3 days in a row in a trot. I had one. Caroline did me a Yorkie. We wanted something simple to eat, so she did a Yorkie and some. We put roast potatoes and some veg in it. Yeah, big Yorkshire pudding. On Friday night, and our friends came round on not 3 days in a row, on Sunday night, and then tonight we had Yorkshire puddings again. The carrots were fantastic. I've never enjoyed carrots so much in my life. They were good. Carrots are $15 a stick. What? Fucking hell. They just grow in the ground, you know. Yeah, we grow our own carrots. But we do when you get the glut season and they're so cheap, we do buy a couple of sacks. And I put them in my kimchi and stuff. I hope you're right, Rob. The Supreme Court will reject the tariffs. But how the heck is he going to repay that money? How are they going to repay that money from the tariffs? We don't know who's been charged. You've got those, obviously, who've imported the stuff, and they've paid the tariffs at the port, import tariffs, haven't they? Now, some people will pass those costs on. Is it all going to go to the importers? So they've got a double whammy? What about when it's the people that are paid? How's that going to work? I'm sorry, I think he's already spent the money. It's probably all gone to ice. Hydroculture. That's an interesting idea. It's quite that, and with the old lights and stuff as well. There's in the Netherlands they do a lot of vertical growing, like growing veg in factories, big warehouses. Quite an interesting idea. I'm fortunate I've got land here, so I've got soil, and I like soil, because it's real, and we put nutrients back in the minerals and all that sort of stuff as well. It's very important. We usually have a roast beef, Yorkshire puddings, and spinach souffle with gravy and mashed potatoes at Christmas. Oh my giddy aunt! This made me all hungry. It made everyone hungry. You're making us all starving hungry. You are. Well, I'm talking about food. Oh crikey! So I'm so good. The mashed potatoes. Oh. I'm not keen on mashed potatoes unless they're done with cream and shit. I just not shit, but cream and seasoned well. They're nice. Oh, Ask Melania about Trump's little carrot. It's not a carrot, it's a shroom. It's a little mushroom. It is. Yeah, Trump's mushroom, you say, yeah. Ask her if she's bonked Epstein. We know she has. She was just another one of them girls on that island. There was shitloads of security around there. And there's a girl on TikTok, can't remember her name now. Joyce? Oh, anyway, there's a lass on TikTok, and she used to live on the island next door to that island. She used to live next to St. James. She lived on St. Thomas's Island. And her husband is a techie, and he installed all the cameras on that island. And apparently those cameras are everywhere. Absolutely, according to this lady, absolutely everywhere. They're not just where you'd expect them. They're in the bedrooms, they're in the toilet, they're absolutely everywhere. Probably even in the fridge, you know. All these cameras. So there's some hard drives somewhere, or videotapes or whatever, masses of them with some pretty interesting gross videos, probably involving young children. They're somewhere. Has Trump got them? Maybe it's in his private collection, in his cinema room. We desperately need more growers in the world. Agriculture doesn't need to be this racist, nope. This impoverished, no. And it's difficult, or this cruel, no. We do need more growers. What we do also need, we need more homesteads. We need more people growing their own food for themselves in their little communities. Now, we barter with our food, not for money, but, it's not even a deliberate barter. It's just like, we put things in the bag for our neighbours, and they do the same for us. They're good at growing some stuff, and we're good at growing some stuff. So we have a little exchange going on, and it's nice, It's like community spirit, It's how it should be, instead of all this nastiness. It's like when you get, I often see come in my feed these videos where people are living in these controlled neighbourhood zones and stuff, and the rules are ridiculous. Not allowed more than this many cars. You're not allowed to wash your car on a Sunday. All sort of crap. It's ridiculous. We need to take a step backwards, and actually we need to step back and actually have a look and see what we're doing, and analyse where are we going wrong with all this, and not just individuals, the government as well. We need a reset. We need a reset in here. What is important? I've got all my tech, I've got all my lovely stuff, I love all this shit, I do. But sometimes for myself, do I need it? And of course I need it. A lot of the time I want it. It allows me to do things with videos and stuff that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Researching a lot easier, having the equipment. But do I actually have to have it? I've got my drones and stuff as well, I've got the Naffy, I've got the French drone, the Naffy Parrot. I used to have a lot of DJI stuff, the big old white ones you've seen, the Phantom Pro, Phantom Pro 3. Did I need it? Well, I suppose I did use them, so did I need it? No, didn't need them. Just felt like a nice thing to do. I like making videos and that sort of stuff. And now I've got this little Neo drone, which is tiny. It's in my other room, and it's sort of fits on your palm. DJI Neo drone, which have been banned probably in the United States very soon. And it's brilliant, You can launch it off your palm, all right? And you put the follow me mode, and then you turn around, and it'll literally it'll wait until you're a certain distance, pre-programmed distance away, and it'll just follow you. And you can do all sports and all sorts of shit if you want, There's a bit of parkour. But as soon as you turn around and walk towards the drone and put your hand out, it will stop. It will stop. When it knows that you've stopped, so that you're coming towards it, it will stop. You put your hand underneath it, and it'll just, ooh, and turn off. They're so clever. And the cameras are brilliant on them. It's just good stuff, I love all that shit, But there has to have a purpose. It's no good just having this stuff for the sake of it and just leave it on the shelf somewhere, is there? At that point, you need to think about getting rid of it. So Nick Fuentes is getting a huge amount of support from young lads in America. Oh, the Groypers. Yes, there's a lot of them. In fact, Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter of that. No, I don't want to say his name. I'll get it fucking out. But you know what I mean. Anyway, he's not the shooter. He's not the shooter. Oh, feck it, Charlie Kirk, right? No way is he a shooter. There's no chance. Anyway, he was a groyper. He's a groyper. Same with his friend, who might be his boyfriend. And the strange thing that really got me, when I was reading about this stuff and how they have these gay relationships, and it's like, they have the gay relationships for practice for when they get a girlfriend. What the feck is that all about? You know? It's like, because they can't get girlfriends for some strange reason, Well, at least they won't reproduce, so there's that to it. Yes, disgusting groupers. Why are they called? I don't know why they're called that. The groupers. Why are they called the groupers? They basically follow the doctrine of Nick Fuentes, who's another nasty little Nazi. He hates Jews and he's an anti-Semite and all that. Don't get me wrong. I've got no problems with the Jews whatsoever. I've got no problems with the Muslims. I quite frankly, I hate religion. Right? I absolutely hate it. I detest religion because of the animosity it creates and the problems it causes and the wars it causes, or used as an excuse for. But I don't mean to say I want people. If that's what their thing, that's up to them, isn't it? They don't have to pose it on me, obviously. They do their thing, but it's not. There's plenty of Jews out there who don't believe in what's going on in Israel. There's plenty of Israelis who don't, are not happy with what's going on in Israel, not happy with the genocide. You're obviously going to get some, aren't you? But, it's the same with everybody. Yeah, Nick Fuentes is also gay. Yes, that's very true. Moscow should make fembots for them. Well, I happen to think that maybe Musk is also a groyper because he does talk in those channels. He's on 4chan and stuff like that, speaking to these people. So yeah, maybe. Fembots with machine gun Japanese. I love Mike Myers. Austin Powers is brilliant. Oh, it's my kind of comedy, it is. What are you practicing? Like Sparta? Sparta? What? We are Sparta! Oh, crikey, what's that film with Jack Black? I am Steve! Something like that. I have grown up without religion. All of the religious nonsense is all a shock to me. Nobody in my class at school were religious. Only our crazy teachers. Same when I was at school. I don't think there was even no one practicing religion when I was at school either. It's like they get indoctrinated. I can't understand how it happens because things not going their way or what have you. And if it means that you're going to start doing some good, you're going to start helping people, because there are some nice little churches out there. There is. They ain't all got, jets, these pastors, they all got jets and Rolls Royces clustered in diamond clusters and stuff. No, they're not all like that. For God's sake. And if they want to do some good and do some charity work and stuff, I'm all for it. Go for it, if that's your thing. It's not my problem. None of my business. But when it's just used to just steal from people, really, selling them a fake promise, a bit like Mike Johnson and what's just happened in the house, in the house. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Nuts or hazelnuts? Why don't you go pro? I'll do more pro-Ukraine stuff. Maybe I could. I love Ukraine, as in the people of Ukraine, and I really respect how... I have made Ukrainian material before, but yeah, maybe I should. There's very interesting stuff as well. Oh crikey, some of the stuff they've been building and designing, these drones and stuff, God, it's phenomenal stuff. They are literally the front runner now for drone technology, wartime drone technology. It's nuts. It's what happens when you push somebody into the corner and they've got to fight back. They're doing absolutely everything they can to even out the odds, or obviously get the better of Russia. Unfortunately, in was it Polsk region, they're getting surrounded at the moment, so frightening. No, I'm atheist, Colleen. Yeah, I'm atheist. I ain't got a problem with people, but yeah, my daughter's quite religious, and my son-in-law is a Christian, and he comes from Nigeria, and southern Nigeria is very Christian. But that's that's up them, isn't it? It's their thing. I've got nothing. Just don't try to push it onto me, because I will push back. That's just not my thing at all. A hungry child is not their responsibility. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Regarding a lot of these. Now, I'll tell you what. There's a clip going about at the moment, actually. There's a lady going around. She's phoning up all the churches, and she's spinning a line that she's got a newborn child, and I've run out of milk. And she's been going phone different churches, been phoning up all these churches to see if they would help her because she's run out of milk. She hasn't run out of milk. It's just it's just her act to see what response she's going to get from these churches. The crazy thing is, the response she got from most of the churches was negative. They didn't want to help her. All right, they're supposed to be godly people and all that. She phoned up a mosque, and it was instant. The reply from this guy on the other end of the phone was instant. Yes, we can do that. We can help you. It just makes Christian religions look so bad. I'm not going to say all like that, obviously, because it's not fair, because they're not all like that. But a lot of these are just about money, aren't they? You get some of these congregations, and these pastors with so much money, multi-millionaires they are. Why have they got that money? Why? A hungry child is on every member of society, very true, but also it's a failure of government. And I'm not saying that government should just hand out money. In many cases, like for instance, you go to, let's say for instance, Africa, for instance, don't supply them with water, supply them with a well, a way of getting the water. We need solutions to the problem, not necessarily just handouts. If there's a hungry child out there, you have to ask ourselves, why is that child hungry? Is it because they're not being looked after by their parents are drug addicts? Well, then, we would have to. There's a good reason there to remove that child from those parents, or at the very least give them give these people a helping hand to get off the drugs. I don't know. It's a difficult one. I saw a video, so Simba Goins just said, I saw a video of a pastor at a mega church, right? And he said that the AI now writes his sermons. Oh, that just says it all, doesn't it? God spoke to me through ChatGPT. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh, and people are following them. They're handing over money to them. I wouldn't have a problem with it if the money was then going to the needy, but it's not. It's going to fund their desire to have Rolls Royces and sports cars and jets. God's sake. Yeah, I saw that stop the greed. So many Muslim restaurants spend the night driving around London giving food to the homeless. It says it all, really, doesn't it? It says it all. And the Hare Krishna Temple in Ratlet drive to London every night, and they give away a free vegetable curry. You know, it's... If we all just did a little bit. The same with the environment, that we all just did a little bit. You see, if we all got together as one, then we'd be powerful. Unfortunately, there's so much division. The Bible was not literal truth. It's been written by men. It's been written by men. And their ideas, are their belief of what actually happened, and then something else rewrites it. It's just like, oh, God's sake. Don't trust us men, all right? We just think with our dicks, okay? We can't help it. Oh, blimey. And yeah, rewritten by men. Look upon these children, for they are children of man. Their names are ignorance and want. Oh, Charles Dickens, Christmas Carol. Yeah. I love Christmas Carol. I pretty much love all the versions of it, even the Muppets. This is a great story, isn't it? You know. Your voice makes me fall asleep. I'm glad I'm helpful. Do you want me to whisper sweet nothings in your ear? Oh, Muppets Christmas Carol is brilliant. It's great fun. The Bible was written by people that lived in mud huts and in a world filled with supernatural beings, and most of them were illiterate. Good point. Oh dear. Well, there's a lot of things in the Bible is there to try to explain things that they didn't understand at the time, and now we have science, you know. There's a food bank in Toronto, and they make them listen to sermon before they give them food. I'm not keen on that. I'm not keen on that at all. I'm sorry, that's indoctrination. It's like the food's not free, is it? Oh, dear. They shouldn't be doing that. I am an atheist, and I volunteer at the local food bank, says Widow. Well done, mate. You know, it's a great thing you're doing there. With the intake paperwork, and I don't have to justify it. Food bank with the intake paperwork. Nope, don't. Just do it. We need more people to help people, don't we? You know? We don't have a huge problem in France. There are food banks here in France, but there isn't that many. In the UK, since the Tories were in power, the amount of food banks went into the thousands in the United Kingdom. You know, and the amount of packages they were handing out went into the millions. 950, when I was talking about this before, 950 odd thousand food bank parcels just went to children in 1 year under the Tory party, under the Conservative Party. It's the same old shit, isn't it? Same old shit. What subject did you want to talk about? Well, I'm going to clock off in a minute because it's literally 2 hours and my voice is struggling now. I've got all croaky. Yeah, electricity is expensive in the UK. Currently, what was it work out at now? It's about including taxes for the amount that we buy. It works out around 5 cents, including taxes and all the little bits and pieces. And so it's not. It was 15 when we first came here, so it's gone up by quite a bit. Cheers, buddy. Oh, I missed the 5 to 6 hour streams. I can't do that anymore. My voice is, I'll be flat on the floor. And then Mrs. says, what do you do that for? She was, when I did that 7-hour stream, she was in England when I did that. Surprising, it's how quickly that went. I think Mad Monk was in the chat doing the old 7 odd hours. I don't. That wasn't. It just ended up that way. I mean, it wasn't deliberate. UK gas price. We're talking about fuel prices. Like, for instance, we call petrol, don't we? Yes, it's expensive. It's expensive in France as well. We pay at the moment it's about 160 a litre for diesel. Yeah, at the moment, heavy oil. So it's not cheap. When I first came to France, it was 115. That was high then for the time. Oh, cheers, mate. Joel. Much appreciated, my friend. Anyway, that's a hand for the spanners in the chat. That seal. And yes, much appreciated, Joel. And Mad Monk was here earlier as well. But, you know.
Convicted felon, dementia-ridden Kangles McTaco Tits, who we will refer to as Kanks. Convicted felon, dementia-ridden Kangles McTaco Tits, who we will refer to as Kanks. Convicted felon, dementia-ridden Kangles McTaco Tits, who we will refer to as Kanks. Convicted.
Anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to go to bed. You're welcome, Joe. Thanks, my friend. I really appreciate it. You already do. I sent a load of stuff to your Blue Sky account. Oh, you did. I saw some yesterday as well. Cheers, buddy. Thanks, Corinne. I'd be much appreciated, my friend. Cool. Hey, Mad Monk is here. Cheers, Mad Monk. Thanks, my friend. Yeah, I've got a Scotsman. There's a Scotsman in the chat. Where are your bagpipes? Have a great weekend. Stay safe and well. And bye for now. Yeah, thanks, everybody. Sleep well, everybody. Take care. Toodaloo. And please watch my videos. Because I get to the point now. What's the point? I carry on uploading the occasional ones, but I can't obviously do what I was doing before because it's just terrible. Really bad. Anyway, check out my other channels. I got my Wally Broil channel. Links are down below. I got my Tinker's Lab. Let's pull stuff about, try and fix shit. And Earth Trifle and my rewilding as well. I'm uploading videos regular on the Earth Trifle and rewilding at the moment. But we're talking about other rewilding and other earthy type stuff as well. Anyway, links down below. Anyway, time for me to go because I have to go because my voice is literally dying a death. And I have to rest my voice so I can sing like an angel tomorrow.